I was waiting for this question. I'm about to be a hoe. I get soft when I talk about my daughter.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, a podcast where we either speak to brilliant people, do this thing one-on-one, or have best friend chats with my best friend T. I'm your host, Cass, and let's get right into it. So today, we are joined by Marlyn Jean.
Yes.
I've known Marlyn for a very long time.
My goodness.
Marlyn is the owner of Fuego Factory, a Massachusetts-based brand, but that encompasses so much that he's going to dive into for us.
100%.
Marlyn, first things first, I say thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the invitation. I could not say no. I will not ever say no to Cass, because Cass is just OG, triple OG in my book when it comes to Marlyn's core people. You get what I'm saying? High school, whatever it is, outside of high school, whatever it is, I support you with whatever you do. And congratulations for this platform. Absolutely. Yes.
You guys see why Marlyn's my dude?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Marlyn's my dude. Like, if he opens something, we're going to dive into it, but we'll talk about it all.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so first we're going to start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to begin with an element of your childhood, which is the fact that you're an older sibling, which I personally strongly admire from being a younger sibling. So I want to ask specifically, growing up, did you feel pressure, and not necessarily was it applied to you by your parents, but did you apply it to yourself or feel pressure in order to be a good or better influence for your little brother?
Well, for sure. I mean, that is a very great question as far as personal pressure. So I grew up as the oldest of three brothers. So I have two younger brothers. I guess the pressure for me, I've always been a perfectionist, so to speak, with everything that I do. As you know, my roots really come from like music, arts, you know, from being a rapper to a producer to even singing, all of these things that I grew up admiring. You know, I always, anytime I do a project, anything that I put my mind to, it is not coming out. It's not coming out until I'm super, completely 100% satisfied with it. So that's why, you know, whatever product I put out is fuego. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I think that personal pressure, it just comes from me demanding the best out of myself. You get what I'm saying? So I've always been like that since at a young age, and providing that as the oldest sibling was, you know, something I really took pride in. You get what I'm saying? Because even today, my brothers will tell me like, yo, I wish I had all of these talents and stuff like that. I wish, you know, well, you know, the way that they brag about me sometimes, you get what I'm saying, is another thing. You know what I mean? Like they'll tell their friends like, well, you can't touch him, you can't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. So providing that, and also another thing, I don't know if you used to do this with your older sibling. You know, I would be a bragging point. You get what I'm saying? They'll be like, you know, my brother does this, that, and the third, or whatever, and they'll use me for clout per se. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Which I was like, do it. Do it. Yes. Please do it. Yes. I am the one that brings you clout. I love it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And you know, aside from that, you know, my parents always demanded the best from me as well, because they knew my capabilities, and in return, I understood my capabilities. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
Love that. Yes. I didn't know it was two younger brothers.
Yes. So I have my younger brother Brandon. He is 25 as of May this year. And my youngest brother, Marion, is 20 as of earlier this year.
25 and 20. And then you're 30.
I'm 31.
31. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, 31 as of this year.
Wow. Do you love being an older brother?
Is it
tough? I know it's tough.
It's tough because I feel like our parents lose energy after. Like they were active with me.
Yup.
All of a sudden, you're looking at these little motherfuckers, and then
you let him do that? You would never let me do that.
You know what I mean? Like it be on some like okay, no shade, Marion. This dude will leave a plate on the table. I could be sleeping. It doesn't even matter. My mom will come and wake me up just to go get that plate off the table. Now I'm looking at her just not only taking it off the table, washing it. I was just like, okay, all right,
got it,
all right,
got it.
cool,
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
Certainly evolved.
I mean, but it's a great thing to see, honestly, because it's just like, I love the fact that my youngest brother gets to receive this version of my parents. You get what I'm saying? I think it's very beneficial to both of them, my parents and my youngest brother, because my youngest brother doesn't have to, not necessarily put up with, but like go through certain things. You get what I'm saying? But we're all different. We all have different interests and everything like that. But also, it gave me hope in my parents. Like, y'all really learned. Like, you guys have the ability to learn, and okay, good. But progressive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it.
You saw the evolution.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Evolve.
Hello.
By the way, this is going to be a very Haitian episode. I'm just going to say this right now because Cass can attest to this. I'm one of the biggest Haitians out there. So
Big Zoe.
We
got Big Zoe in the building.
Super Zoe. Okay, not Big Zoe. Super Zoe. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna Well, I want to ask you a quick question because
Sure.
I actually don't know the answer to this. Are your parents still together?
Yes.
Shut up. How long have they been together?
So my parents have been together 30 plus. Yeah.
Your whole life.
30 plus. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They've been together for a long time. And then they just celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary. Yes.
Oh my God. So you've always seen them together. You grew up in the household with both of them.
They took their time, building whatever they have, whatever they wanted to establish. They made sure that we had a home.
Yes.
I grew up in Boston, in Mattapan and Dorchester. So then I moved to Brockton when I want to say 9. Yeah, okay. I was 9, going into 4th grade. Okay. So that's where we decided to settle in Brockton. That's where they bought the house and everything like that. And that was like a big thing for them before they did anything else. So. Yes. And that taught me a lot, even my approach with my relationship now. You get what I'm saying? I learned a lot from that. So absolutely. Definitely 2-parent household, all day, every day, which was, a staple for me. You get what I'm saying? That showed a lot of importance, and a lot of depth as well. I think I learned a lot.
Absolutely.
From both of them. So yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely. I love that. All right. Yep. So we're going to fast forward just a smidge though and go right up until the end of high school. Yes. I want to know, after Brockton High, what was your trajectory in getting you to an entrepreneur? And then we're going to dive into you as a businessman.
Right. So originally I wanted to be a computer engineer.
Well, first, we need to give some props to Brockton High. I just skated right by that. Like we were not both
Boxer for life.
Yes.
Boxer for life.
Hello.
Class of 2012. You know what I'm saying? We here. We in here. We're vibrant. We're alive.
We're here. And these names you guys will always hear. You guys will remember us. You guys are gonna see us.
Yes,
so just know that.
For sure.
These are Brockton High graduates.
Absolutely. Brockton High graduates. Brockton High definitely molded the trajectory. Yes. One of the biggest misconceptions about Brockton is there's a dark cloud over there. You know what I'm saying? And you can't blame outsiders for thinking that. But as with everything, if you haven't experienced it for yourself, you won't know the true experience. You know what I'm saying? I think Brockton had so many creatives. Like, I mean, I used to dance. I used to crump. Yes. I was a crumper. You remember that? I was a crumper. I mean, that was one of the most random things ever that I'm really not even going to lie to you. I loved it. I loved it, but I think it was one of the most random things that everything made sense. Music, singing, rapping, because, I was a poet growing up and everything like that. So rapping and putting it on beats was natural, but the crumping was just one of those things where I was just like, yo, this is dope. Like, you get what I'm saying?
But crumping took the culture by storm. In the early 2000s, the crumping and the jerking the jerking era as well.
The jerking era.
That took the early 2000s by storm.
But yeah, we crumpers kind of have a disdain for jerkers sometimes. They just really what it is crumping. You were in fams. That's your group. That's what your group was called. It was a fam. You get what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, like Jerk Crews would adopt that same dynamic and stuff like that, and it was just kind of like, man, it and crumping is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's about worshiping and everything like that. Like that self expression when you're like doing certain. I ain't gonna do the movements here, but
you're more than welcome to.
Hell no. That's a past life. I might be able to do a little.
They say you might still have it though.
I might be able to do a little one too, but that's a past version of me. But yes, let's go back to Brockton High. Brockton High shaping the arts and everything like that. I don't know. I feel like Brockton is so diverse. It's so versatile out there. If you go there, you'll be able to find someone that's doing something artistic.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is an art. You get what I'm saying? Having a podcast, hosting a podcast, facilitating, having that conversation. That's an art. You get what I'm saying? There's someone's doing some type of art out there. With music, I found my passion for rapping in Brockton. I found because I had like-minded friends. I grew up with certain people that really unleashed that side of me. You get what I'm saying? So Brockton for me is where I spent most of my important years that shaped me into what I am right now. So going through Brockton High, after Brockton High, I wanted to be a computer engineer, but I always had I wanted to be a computer engineer, but all throughout high school I was actually cutting hair. I was a barber. Was a hidden talent. I wasn't really putting it out there and stuff like that. At that point, it was just a skill that I had. You get what I'm saying? So I was only doing, probably maintaining my lineup or my haircut, and then, my little brothers and my dad. That's really where I really put in those hours. They say 10,000 hours. My 10,000 hours was literally in the house on my siblings and my dad.
And your dad.
That's how I got good. You get what I'm saying? They, were the canvases per se. You get what I'm saying? So, all throughout high school, I wanted to be very big with music. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, something to fall back on and go to school for, a computer engineer. But I wanted to be an artist. I was very good. I was doing damn near everything. I mean, from recording myself to writing the music to also producing the music. It was all three of them. And I was super good at it. And I felt like, I had a great future in that. So, there might be people out there with that little BS dream of being a rapper, but that was really real for me. That was real life for me.
Right.
Went to school, found out very quickly that computer engineering and computer science was just super demanding. And I feel like I grew up with ADD. So that, I don't want to call it a limitation, but that right there, it just, understanding what the curriculum was requiring of me. Oh my God. Like, oh my goodness. I mean,
hold on now.
Excuse me, Eric. Run it back. So I could have became a barber around that time. No shade to mom. Love you. I know you're going to watch this.
Yeah.
But, through no fault of her own. This is in no way, shape, or form a shade or me trying to badmouth my parents. But, growing up Haitian, certain professions are viewed a certain way. Mm-hmm. So being a barber around that time for my parents was like, oh, that's somebody that come out of jail or prison, and that's the type of work that they do. Da, 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 da. And, I kind of let that get to my head. You know what I'm saying? I did kind of let that get to my head because essentially the move that I should have done right after high school was going right into barber school. Hands down. I, obviously growing up and understanding myself and where I'm at right now, damn, I really wish I did that. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I want to hear where we went instead of doing that, because I feel like there's a lot of learning in that path.
Well, yeah, I was still doing music.
Okay.
I was still figuring out my path with that, modeling. Modeling, grew up as a model too.
The
I know.
network created there
I know.
alone, Marlyn.
I know.
What?
I
You
know.
went straight to barber school. There's a network there, the modeling network.
So it's funny. I don't regret the path. I don't regret the path.
But if you had the chance to do it again,
If I had if I had the chance to do it again, I would be in barber school and doing everything else.
Okay,
rather than
along with.
exactly. So finding jobs, desk jobs, office jobs, computer customer service, and everything like that. I'm not gonna call it a waste of time because I was trying to find, Haitians say "chercher la vie." That means go find life. You know what I'm saying? I am trying to find life and find what's gonna stick. You get what I'm saying? But all throughout that, I was, I was still doing my music, still writing, still producing, and everything like that. But I was not going to school after a certain amount of time. I think after like a year, I was just like, yeah, I don't know what I want to do in school, so I don't want to waste time or waste money in school. You get what I'm saying? That's one big thing for me, was just like, if I'm gonna go to school, I gotta know what I'm doing, what I'm going for, or have an idea exactly. You get what I'm saying? So so for like years, up until like my daughter, excuse me, when she was born, I was like about 24. So that's really where barbering kind of like took over, because I was losing jobs left and right for whatever reason that was going on in the background. I had some little legal troubles that was causing like background checks to go sour. It's not about me doing the job, it's just the legalities of whatever background, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, having my daughter, I'm like, man, I need something that's gonna stick. I can't keep playing around like this, you know what I'm saying? And me being so self-aware, that's one gift of mine that I still fully believe carries me through this day, is that self-awareness. I know I'm talented. I know I have a lot of different things that I can do. But what, out of all of those things that I do right now, what's going to put money in my pocket right now? Because that's got to provide. You got to, I wanted to be an active father, you know what I'm saying? And for 5 minutes, I just sat there and thought, but then I'm like, oh, barbering. Barbering is going to put money in my pocket immediately. And at that point, when I was thinking about it, it was not only just to provide for my daughter, that was the main thing, but it was originally supposed to sponsor my music career.
Ah, okay.
So barbering, I can be my own boss. I can choose my own hours. If I got a show, if I got this and a studio session, flexible.
And you've mastered
the
music for years and
exactly.
years. You your eyes closed at this point.
Exactly. So at that point, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to just tighten up on my skills. So then I started reaching out to my network that I built with music, with modeling, with all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because my name was pretty well known in Boston, Brockton area, from whatever you want to call it. But, just putting it out there. And, me keeping me being approachable, me being the way that I am, I've always been able to. I don't like burning bridges unless a bridge really needs to be burnt, because you don't know when, you might need someone. Because I think your network is worth more than money. I think let me tell you, when I'm looking something up or I'm looking for something, I don't go on Google. There's somebody that I know that can do something. Absolutely. Or know somebody.
What?
I don't even go to Google.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just the network that I've built alone is enough to get what I need to get done. So me being that way and just simply putting a Facebook status out or posting a picture of a cut, people are like, "Oh, you doing something else, bro? Let me rock with you. Let me come fuck with you real quick." You know what I'm saying? And then that's how that started. You get what I'm saying? And I was able to find sustainability out of that. And I started to apply myself to the craft. I never was in that stage the whole time I was cutting. But now I was like, okay, I'm going to get freaking fire at this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuego. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get fire at this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like that guy. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was studying people. I was studying barbers around the country. I wasn't even studying, like, barbers around us. I was looking at people in Miami. I was looking at people in LA. I was looking at people in Houston. Okay, these people were offering certain services that I felt like Boston didn't have. Like I'm a huge skin
Yes.
enthusiast. Started understanding how a facial can be involved in a cut. So that was my niche right there, offering those luxury services that people have in other places, but bringing it here. You know what I'm saying? Making it accessible. I'm just like you. You can come and get this service.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like, I can go get this service, but you can come. I'm here. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And just being that lane, that access was super, super important to me, for sure. So, Brockton High.
Was the start
Brockton
of it
High.
all.
Brockton High was the
Honestly.
base. It was
Honestly.
my goodness, I'm not just, speaking on, oh yeah, that's my high school, whatever, like that. No, for real, like the people that I was around, plenty of other people I can go down the list, like really is part of that story. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's victories or trial or tribulation, all those years molded what's happening right now, for sure. And again, I loved my experience in Brockton High. There were some bad times, of course, but the overall experience and the exposure to the people, the different type of people, the diversity and all of that. I mean, if you weren't inspired by something over there, you just didn't go.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah. You
There's
weren't
no
there.
way.
You weren't there.
Even the Haitians call them vagabonds, the little vagabonds. Even the vagabonds, okay? The so-called bad kids or whatever.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
rowdy
Even
kids
them,
running around.
I see people, right, to this day, that were in those really bad behavior class. Or Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Dudes are car salesmen, successful car salesmen. They running businesses and all that stuff like that. And like you gotta wonder. I'm like, yo, you were in this like messed up situation. You get what I'm saying? What inspired you?
Right. To land here?
Your surroundings.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Brockton High is super special. Super special.
Definitely. And one thing I want to add about that real quick before we move on. I was recently out with Mark Axelot.
Yeah, I know him. I know him.
Machine. Shout out to Mark.
Yes, sir.
And he was like, his kids currently don't go to school in Brockton. They go to a school and they go to really great elementary school in a really high area. But he was like, honestly, if my wife would let me, I'd take my kids and bring them to Brockton High. And he was like, Brockton High was the perfect trial to the real world.
Absolutely.
And when he said that,
that's strong. That's
I was
strong.
like, whoa.
That's strong.
Not only just in numbers, because Brockton High had 4,000 children.
Yes,
just
4,000.
shy of 4,000 children. Like,
4 bandidos.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. But when he 4, said that, I was like, bro, that's so true.
Oh yeah, it prepared you for the real.
There were the white kids, there were the black kids, there were the Haitian kids, there was everybody. Then you had the teachers, who a lot of them were from Brockton.
Exactly.
So they were part of the, like.
Dr. Zach would walk to school. Okay, she would walk and you would see her running around the neighborhoods. Okay, it can't get any more local than that.
Yes.
Dr. Zach, you need to come back.
Yes.
You need to go. You need to go back there.
Maybe I can interview her.
All right, we need that, and I need to be here when that happens.
When that happens.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll email her.
That's
my
big.
goodness.
That's Big Z right there.
What? Dr. Zach. She was for the people. Now we're gonna actually dive into the business.
Yep.
So first, I want to dive into Fuego Factory.
Yep.
I want you to explain to the people what that is and how that is associated with Fuego.
I was waiting for this question. Let's do it. All right.
That question.
So, Fuego Factory. So my journey with barbering has been fruitful. Okay. Fruitful. I've been in many different settings, environments, and stuff like that. Another thing about the Fuego brand is that it's not only just Fuego Clipz as the barber, there's Fuego Fit. So Fuego Fit is my fitness side of things because I'm aspiring. I'm learning to actually get certified to be a trainer and everything like that right now. But I do coaching on the side. So my dream is to have a luxury barbershop and high-end gym in one, right? Yeah, Lifetime, Equinox, they have those types of setups and whatnot, but they don't have them around us. You know what I'm saying? And I think that our communities could benefit very well from something like that. So that's how the name Fuego Factory came up. So I don't know if you've seen the Fuego Factory logo, but there's the clipper on one hand and then there's a dumbbell on the other hand. You get what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the commercial goal. Okay. You know, I've worked in my parents' home. I've been cutting since I was like 14, right? So they already knew, you know, what comes with that. Like, all right, we're gonna provide them the space. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they bought me my first professional pair of clippers, so they're definitely part of the story, and they've supported me a lot with the barbering. So I started off working at home. I actually went to a barbershop. My first experience at a barbershop, I hated it. Reason being, it's not that I can't work with people. I just don't like someone who limits me. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you real quick about this experience. So I had a walk-in that day, right? And this guy just came from like doing construction or whatever. This boy took his hat off. Probably had like 2-year-old cornrows on his head, right? And I mean, I don't know what my gosh. It's actually traumatic. Thinking about it.
Not PTSD.
Long story short, his hair was so matted and dirty that I had to pick up his cornrows off of his scalp and cut from the bottom to cut his hair off, like with scissors, not clippers or anything like that. It just was bad. I'm like, I knew very well at that point, this hair is too dirty to cut. You get what I'm saying? And then I ended up cutting his hair. It was a bad experience. I did the best I could. But then after that experience, I went to the owner. I was like, hey, we should get a sink in here. So, like, you know, in situations like that.
Why did you wash it before cutting? Oh,
no sink in there. So I went to him. I was like, yo, you know, we should get a sink in here for situations like that because that's super unsanitary. You mean to tell me I got to use the same blades on someone else after that? I threw it away. I threw the blade. No, I'm dead serious. I unscrewed the blade, threw it away. There was a hair store probably a block away. I just went and got me a new blade. That's how bad it was. It was beyond cleaning for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I probably could have cleaned it, but just mentally and everything else, like, no, that's not happening. No, not happening. Too much. Absolutely not. And bro was just like, oh, if we get a sink, everybody's rent is going up like $100. I was like, huh? For something that should be here? Already? I was like, yeah, it's not working for me.
$100?
$100. You know, we pay booth rent every week.
Yeah, but an additional $100 every month?
$100.
Get out of here.
Okay. For something that should be here. Yes. For something that's sanitary. You get what I'm saying? When I started doing this, I said I was going to be as clean as possible, as professional as possible. And now I'm in a place where I can't do neither one of these things. So I was just like, okay, you know what? I really appreciate the opportunity, but I'm gonna have to keep it moving. You get what I'm saying? So went there, learned that, you know, maybe choose a better barbershop. But I started working from home for a little bit more again. I actually relocated to Mattapan for a while. So I was there for about a year. That's where I got my first personal barber chair that spins, that has the pump to go up and everything like that. So I was moving.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I started to build Boston clientele exponentially around that time. Still working a 9 to 5 and everything like that. Then after that, came back to Brockton and started working from my parents' home again. Then after that, went to a salon, had a great experience there because I learned a lot. It's just I felt like management just wasn't managing. So after that experience, I did get the opportunity to get my own studio. So I got my studio in Quincy, actually, at this point. And Quincy was great for me because it's in the middle. I have my Boston clients, yes. I have my Brockton clients. Boom, come to Quincy. You can slide to Quincy. You know what I'm saying? So that was very short-lived. I actually had a client who messed up the whole entire situation for me. So imagine a building just like this, and I'm renting a room in the building. The They give us everybody who who rents a room, they give us a code, right? So I guess there was this one day where I came to the building, and he was there before me. He was waiting at the door. And at this time, my code was like straight down, like a 258, I think is and zero type of code. So he must have seen that, right? And long story short, Brody came and used my code to get into the building with nobody there.
Took things or to do what?
He didn't take anything. He was looking to rent the space to do something there, but it was just like, why do that?
He gave himself a guided tour? Like he just went
himself to look and a few of his people a guided tour around, kidding? Was in spaces that even I couldn't go. All of a sudden, I get an email. The email had pictures, had the video, had the contract. It had everything laid out like, yo, bro, we presenting you with everything.
Everything. Every single receipt.
And it's a wrap.
We're done.
We're done.
Are you kidding me? Was this guy regular?
No. At this point, he was still a new client, but he was starting to come consistent. I lost that studio, and going into my birthday. Okay, this is like, I want to say, a little bit after COVID. Happened, and then I was down. I was just like, dude, this was like my first setup. Like I could actually apply what I want to apply to it. You know, again, me doing facials, me doing the cutting the hair and everything like that. Lost the studio. Then, luckily for me, I have the greatest woman on earth in my corner. She went ahead and bought me my LLC for the business for my birthday a few days later.
What?
And yeah, she bought me my LLC.
Oh my gosh.
She bought my LLC. The Marlyn is Fuego LLC was bought by my fiance.
I love that so much. I can't wait. Okay, so we need to dive into that. We need to talk about her and you and her and all the things coming up.
Yes.
Okay, so Fuegos Factory currently has Fuego Clipz and Fuego Fit.
Yes.
One last thing I want to ask is why Fuego? How did we land on Fuego?
Yo, Fuego was a name that stuck when I was playing beats one time. So you know the Sound Lab. Started playing beats over there. And then I forget who it was just like, this shit sound Fuego. Like the beat sounds Fuego or whatever like that. I look back, I was like, I like it. I like that. I like that. Because look, it was so fitting. Like it was just fire. I have a fire personality. I'm an Aries, which is a fire sign. Everything that I do is at a high level. I'm energetic. I mean, Fuego was just it. It's just it was at first my music producing name. Then I was just like, I'm gonna bring this everywhere. So whatever that I'm behind has Fuego in the name. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And it was just something that, like, you know, I built off of. You get what I'm saying? I've been through a couple different names.
Give us another one.
Goodness gracious. So in junior high, my rap name was Executive.
Oh, I like that though.
Yes. So Executive was cool. The way that came about was my boy Mark. He knows what I'm talking. If he sees this, he knows what I'm talking about. We're walking one day, and I had this like Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves shirt, but it was like, it really did look like one of those shirts that the coaches wear. Ah. And then this dude was randomly like, "Yo, we should just call you Executive. You're walking around looking like an executive." And again, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. That's a good one.
Gonna write that one down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
All right.
So Executive. And then I went through a stint as Exec the Bright, because my writing became much more significant and much more not significant but intricate.
Ah, okay.
So
okay.
I felt like I was in my like Nas bag.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like storytelling, very deep thought into the music, so I needed a deeper name per se. So went with Exec the Bright.
Okay.
I love all of my names that I went through. I love all of my because there's a lot of meaning, there's a lot of background in them. And also the executive. The reason why I stuck was because of my diction, words that I choose. I kind of was talking like a boss on the beat. You know what I'm saying? So Mark was like, "Yo, nah, bro, executive. That's his name, bro. That's his name. That's it. We just that's it. It's him."
The end.
Yeah, but Fuego stuck. Fuego, it just describes me. It describes everything I'm about. It describes everything I bring to the table. And it's funny because nowadays people don't even call me Marlyn anymore.
Fuego.
It's just Fuego, and I like that. You
Absolutely.
get what I'm saying?
What the hell?
I love the hell out of that.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Say it again.
Yes. Say it again. You know what I'm saying? Big Fuego.
Fuego.
Don't forget the big. I'm never the little one. Yes. There we go.
Don't forget the
Don't
big.
forget the big.
It's important.
I'll take super. That's fine.
I'll take that one too.
I'll take super.
Oh my gosh, I hate you.
Nah,
Okay.
yep.
So wait, do you want to add anything? Wait, before we change paths, I want to know if you want to add anything else in regards to the businessman Marlyn.
Oh, so Fuegos Factory,
Yes.
where I'm at now.
Yes.
So I own a studio.
Ooh.
I own.
You hear that?
Hold on. I own. I own a studio in Dedham right now. Tremendous opportunity. Tremendous. I mean, that was like heaven sent. Like God did his thing for sure. Because I was at a barbershop in Newton called N Fade Studio. Shout out to Nick Fades. That's my dog. Great experience over there. One of the main issues that I was having through the growth of my business is that I didn't have Caucasian clients. I didn't have a lot of Latino clients. I didn't have a lot of Asian clients. I would come across them. They would definitely sit in my chair and I would give them a great cut. But as far as consistency and growth in that, I didn't have it. Newton gave me that, right? So Newton gave me that. When Newton started not working out, it was not because of anything. Again, Nick, my dog, love you, for giving me the opportunity. So it was just distance. I was traveling from Brockton to Newton, and I lost a lot of clients and everything like that. It just felt like it was time to go. Yeah. It was just time to go. And when I was trying to think of what my next steps was, good old freaking Craigslist. Oh my goodness, Craigslist. All right.
Wow.
Craigslist. All right.
See, the oldies sometimes work.
The oldies over reliables, right?
There you go.
So I'm looking on Craigslist because I know they have listings for like offices and spaces and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I searched because it was between, I think, 5 locations. I wanted either Braintree, Randolph. I'll take Canton. Dedham is great. There was one more, Norwood. Okay. These places I call them hubs. They're like throughways to get to other places. You get what I'm saying? So I looked. I tested Dedham, office space in Dedham, and where I'm at, it popped up. I really wasn't even going to reach out or anything like that because I hate when people post things for sale without photos.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Yeah. It's cringy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little cringe for me. But the price, I was like, all right, let me take a chance. Boy, I went over there, I seen that joint. I was like, yo, I'm taking it. That's me.
This is mine now. This is mine.
Let me sign that shit.
Give me that piece of paper.
Where's the piece of paper?
Lock the doors.
Yes. Change the locks. You know what I'm saying? What? Yo. And man, first place I called, first place I checked out, first click, everything, and it was a wrap. Literally went to go see it probably like 2 days later, and it was a wrap.
What? Wild.
And then the property management over there. Oh my gosh, amazing, amazing. The owner, he was like, "Yo, you can do whatever you want in here. You just hire your own people to get it done." I was like, bet. I got plumbers as clients. I got contractors as clients. I got all time. We gonna get this shit working. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get this shit going. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bet. That's all I needed to hear. Man, listen. Great opportunity. I'm flourishing over there. A lot of growth. People are coming from different directions. I got to not only regain my Brockton clientele or my South Shore clientele, I kept a lot of Newton clients that I made over there. It was just,
yes, everything. And it's just your own space, right?
Just my space. I'm in there.
You're doing it, Marlyn.
Perfection. Thank you.
Literally. And how long have you been there?
I've been there since last October 2023. So it's going to be a year.
It's going to be a year. Mm-hmm. Thriving,
slowly growing. It's a slow grind. I love the slow grind because I'm super detailed. And I know that in my past, I can be impulsive. And this space has taught me so much patience because it's just like, you know what? I've been able to critically think. I've been able to kind of like, all right, you know what? Maybe I want to do this so bad, but is it the best time for me to do it? No, it's not. Raising a family makes you think like that because there's a lot of different, priorities and factors that play into it. But like I just redid my floors recently. It's like a whole new room and everything like that. Yeah, it's just like we're doing it big in there.
Doing big things.
The ending result.
Yeah.
The ending result. Yo, I'm ready. But yeah, we're flourishing over there. Come see me in Dedham. All right. If you need that fuego, all right.
And everybody needs a fuego cut.
Listen. If you don't want a fuego, just don't come.
Supercuts.
Don't come. But if you need that top notch, ask about me anyway. Ask about me, man. Listen.
Ask around, man.
Ask around, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, that's the business. That's where we're at right now. That studio is home right now. And, obviously the stepping stone after that, I'm going to be there as long as I need to be because I want to purchase space after that. After this, I want to purchase a commercial building so that I can just go off at that point.
Just for you or for you and some other people?
No. So, of course, with this commercial space, that's going to be the ultimate what I've been dreaming of doing, the whole combination space with the luxury barbershop and the high-end gym. Space. It will be the space. That's going to be the Fuego Factory.
Got it. So the next space, so you're going to stay in here as long as you can.
As long as I need to.
In order to stack up, and then you can get that big commercial.
Absolutely. Stack up, my LLC. My LLC is still young. We're still building a lot of business credit and everything like that. So I have kind of like a timeline that I'm sticking to right now. Again, no rush. I'm young still. A lot of people don't reach their success until like they're in their 40s or close to 50. You get what I'm saying? So I use that to calm my thoughts because I feel like, especially with us millennials, we demand success fast. It got worse with Gen Z, but it definitely started with us.
Yes, that's true.
Definitely started with us. Okay, so being a millennial, there's a lot of pressures because we're in the middle of the old generation and the new generation. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that paradox, you're constantly battling so many factors, and it's like, nah. I watched my parents. Let's say they went through a foreclosure. I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to go through that shit. So I'm going to move differently. I'm going to try and do this and apply this. See. But again, you learn through experience. You get what I'm saying? So it's been a fulfilling journey. I'm still here. I'm still moving and grooving. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here.
To still be here. Hello.
Yes. 100%.
And we do, it is kind of a double-edged sword because I kind of think of it like we're stuck between going local and taking the highway. Gen Z's the highway. They need it so fast.
Highway. I'm scenic route. That's me. I'm on the scenic route.
Literally.
See me on the scenic route.
Scenic route. Like I just need a minute sometimes.
Soak it in. You know what I'm saying? Soak
allow
it
me
in.
to soak,
exactly.
and that was so much of our parents.
Yes.
I've been a job for 40 years. Like they were kings of the soaking.
Soaking it. Yep.
So we have to find our space in the middle.
Had to slow it down for sure. Yes.
All right, we're gonna change gears.
Absolutely, let's do it.
I want to talk about, before we get to your better half,
yes,
your fiance. We're gonna talk about the princess you have in your life.
Oh my goodness,
Genevieve.
You threw a curveball at me. Yes. I get soft when I talk about my daughter.
When did Marlyn become a father?
I became a father almost 7 years ago.
What were your feelings when you found out you were having a little girl?
I'm not even gonna hold you. The first person I called was my mom, because me and my daughter's mother were in no real space to bring in a child in the world. But my mom spoke to both of us and was just like, listen, we're going to do what we have to do. That's it. And that right there was like, okay. All right, let's do this. And let me tell you, Genevieve, that's her name, Genevieve, that was a very life-changing experience for me, because it changed me a lot. It really put things into perspective for me. Like my direction, it became much more clearer. Again, she came into the world and I was like, let me do this barber shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at where I'm at right now. So actually I have something in place right now with my LLC. Now when she turns 18, she'll become an owner of it, and she can do whatever she wants at that point. You want to continue daddy's business, do that. You want to take the funds and do something different, you do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the plan for her, because she without her being here, I would not be here speaking to you as Fuego. For real. 100%. 100%.
You truly believe that?
Truly believe that. Because again, you know me as someone that did so much different things. You get what I'm saying? You call that a renaissance man or a man of many talents. There was a new term that I've found out about like a year ago, serial entrepreneur. You get what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
That's cool now, but there's no real focus.
Yes. You're like an octopus. There's all these tentacles.
Exactly. So she gave me the focus. Genevieve is wise beyond her years. She is a reflection of me, my mannerisms. She looked like daddy, too. So she got the, the good looks and everything, But she is literally an extension of me. I mean, she has grown up watching me cut, because, I used to cut from home. So that allowed me the flexibility to be with her a lot. She grew up watching me cut. Like she knows like stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, daddy, she'll be like, hey, daddy, you don't want to use this guard on him or whatever like that. I'm like, how did you even pick that up? And yeah. And she just started first grade. Just started a new school. And she reads like, I swear she reads like she's a fifth grader or something like that.
She loves to read.
She loves to read. She's a gymnast.
Yes,
she's a gymnast. She does do gymnastics. She has so many. She has so many interests. So she reminds me of myself a lot. It's like I'm looking in the mirror. And my fiance gets on me all the time, like, yo, you turn pussy for her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you being a poom poom right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's Genevieve can dance in front of me and be in her happy place, tears fall out of my eyes.
Marlyn.
I'm telling you.
Putty.
Yes. Just, yo, like, I can't even explain it. I remember one time she did that shit, right? She's just dancing in front of me in her happy place. Tears are falling my eye. I call my fiance. I was like, oh, she's so happy and I'm so happy right now. Just an emotional wreck. But that girl is my life. She is one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of the human that she's becoming. She's growing so much on me. But again, just to focus, she is Fuegolita. That's her name. Fuegolita. Yes.
Fuegolita. I was waiting for you to drop her name.
Yes, Fuegolita.
The heck?
Yep.
Oh
She's even on my tag on my beats. So you'll hear her little voice like, "Ooh, Fuego!" Like all that. Yep. I had her record that joint when she was like 2. Yeah, probably younger than 2, but yeah, she recorded my beat tag and everything like that. So she's everywhere when it comes to me, for sure, for sure.
Kids?
Say again.
Any
more kids? So I have a stepson who is an amazing young man. I mean, I call him a nerd and a geek all the time because he's just so freaking smart.
Yeah.
That kid is like ahead of his years as well. I mean, the way that he understands the meaning of family, the way that he understands what he has, you get what I'm saying, and doesn't take it for granted. That's a very rare thing to see in kids these days. Very rare thing. So I call him an old soul. Yeah, he's the best. Like, I can't even say too much about him, and he's gonna be super successful. Whatever he puts his mind to, he's going to do that shit.
And how old is he? What grade did you?
He's gonna be 15. He's gonna be 15. Yes.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be 15, and he's. I'm so excited to like be there for his like late teens and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of the preteens and everything. Yeah. I'm so excited for man. Him as a grown man is gonna be a sight to see. Absolutely. It's gonna be a sight to see, and me and his mom are gonna be there every step of the way for sure.
You get to be with him while he figures out.
Who that grown man maneuvers and he maneuvers and he's figuring out his direction. I can be there to answer questions. I can be there to guide. Yeah. You know what's cool too? He recently expressed interest in learning how to cut.
Shut up.
Yep.
Marlyn.
Yep.
I'm
like, boy, if you
go get me my clippers.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's
Come
go.
with me.
Boy, let's
go.
go.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. Yeah, and just being able to provide that, showing him that it's okay to be talented in many facets. Like, you're limitless.
Right.
That's a big thing for me. And I was telling him that, like, yo, you have 0 limits. I'm like, yo, you have your mom, who's an amazing mother. You got me. I'm amazing too. You got a whole village of people who adore you and will drop everything that they're doing if there is any sense of trouble coming your way. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You just need to do you. That's it. And we got the rest. Same thing for Genevieve too. You get what I'm saying? But just his awareness and his appreciation for his surroundings is just unmatched. And you don't see that in kids.
Yeah, no.
These again, I'm sorry, Gen Z. Yeah. What is it? Is this Gen Alpha now or something
next.
like that?
It's after Gen Z. I think that starts in like 2012, 2010.
10, yeah. So I think he's Alpha. Gen Alpha.
Okay.
I think he's Gen Alpha.
Being Alpha in an old soul, that's different.
Crazy.
Not only Gen Z, but Alpha. Yeah.
And when I started to collect that and learn that about him, I was blown away. I just was blown away. I was like, yeah, bro, you're elite.
Yeah. Oh my
you
goodness.
are elite. Yes.
You can provide so much to this world.
100%. Whatever he puts his mind to, he's gonna do that shit, and he's gonna be amazing at it. 100%. Absolutely.
I'm so excited to see how that.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to talk about. Now we're gonna get into Marlyn, the fiance.
Correct.
So you recently proposed to your now fiance.
Yes.
I want to know. Well, let's start at the beginning. So how did you meet? What's your fiance's name? I apologize.
Rudy.
Okay. Rudy. How did you and Rudy meet?
So me and Rudy, our story. Let's see here. She has been always someone that I've known about.
Okay.
Vice versa.
Okay.
It's just that every time I wasn't in a relationship, she was in a relationship. She was in a relationship, I wasn't in a relationship. So there was never our time per se. I'll tell you what. COVID year, 2020, right? This is when me and my daughter's mother, I'm like, yeah, this is a done deal. Okay. We're not doing this anymore. All that. And mind you, I was, in my mind, I'm about to be a hoe. Real shit. I'm just going to put that out here. In my mind. Yeah, you didn't expect that. It's cool. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Streets. I'm in the street me. Street me. Okay? And keep me there. Okay?
What?
That was my mindset.
Yeah, okay.
Then I go on Instagram. She posts a picture. And the caption read, shout out to my ex for sending me to the streets. I go in the comments, eyes, and yo, I said in the eyes into the wave. I was like, streets is calling. You know what I'm saying? Let me be streets.
My name is now Streets.
My name is now Streets. Yes, 100%. So, you know.
You didn't even get a chance to go to the streets? Because y'all entered the streets together.
And she was on the same type of time. Exactly. So we both was just in this like, yo, we're going to have fun, do our own thing. But then, lo and behold.
So that's where it started.
That's where it started. But she bagged me. Definitely bagged me.
Yes.
She bagged me. I was bagged. I take so much pride in that. You don't even understand. But you know the crazy thing about my fiance is that she manifested me. So in a sense, and I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into it, like she had me as her screensaver, and her and her sister have a very, very close relationship, and she kept telling her sister, like, this is gonna be my husband, this is gonna be my husband, this is gonna be my husband. And lo and behold, I really put a ring on it. I mean, so we started talking shortly after that whole, Instagram thing. But she tried to kind of play with me, you know what I'm saying? And now listening to her, she's like, yo, I just didn't think it was real. Like, because this was just like so crazy to her. Like, yo, he's talking to me?
In my comments?
In my comments? Is he really?
What?
Like, she couldn't really believe it. But I didn't let her play too much. Because 2 weeks went by, I was like, hey, listen. This is not what we're going to do. This is not what we're going to do. You see this? That's happening right now? We're not doing it.
Don't get too comfortable here.
So, how are you? How was your day?
I'm being aggressive now. How are you?
Yes,
we're going to talk
We're going to talk. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing. You're going to respond to me. Yeah. So, just me being consistent, persistent, And the thing is about me and Rudy, we were so detailed with our process. You know what I'm saying? I would say our biggest breakthrough was in early of 2023. Okay. So early 2023, we got into this big fight, big argument, big back and forth. And before I even go into this, Rudy is so special to me because she opened up so many things that I needed to deal with, that I was burying. I didn't realize I was burying. You get what I'm saying? I didn't realize I'm a type of person, yo, this shit happened, but I'm gonna move on and just, no, she exposed a lot out of me because she had more time to understand herself and know herself. I was still in that stage of getting to know myself. And she didn't have to stay with me. She did not have to, but she did. One of the biggest things for me that Rudy did for me was bring me closer to my spirituality. My spirituality was something that was not a focus. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to, be closer with God and everything like that. But she really brought me closer and taught me the importance. Kind of even went into scripture too, and saying like, "Yo, this is how it's supposed to be," and stuff like that, and whatnot. And you know, she doesn't follow any specific religion. She just really taught me the importance of praying and keeping that relationship and being purposeful about your prayer. Even to this day, every morning we pray. Every morning we gotta say a prayer. That's the first thing. Open your eyes, pray. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes, you know, I might not be the best at keeping consistent with that, but that is the goal. You get what I'm saying? That is what it is. And so 2023 happened. We had a big fight. I never want to see that version of her, nor does she ever want to see that version of me. Right? So I had no choice but to kind of like learn. Here's the thing about men. We have good intention, but we're stupid as fuck. I'm just being 100%. We're stupid as fuck because here's why I say that I was stupid. I didn't realize how easy of a person Rudy is. Not on some like, you know, manipulate and take advantage of her, but just easy to deal with. She was telling me what to do with her and how to handle her, okay? This is what I decided to do. She asked me, I'm just giving an example. She asked me for a Marc Jacobs bag, but I saw the Louis. And I was like, yo, this Louis costs like 3 times this Marc Jacobs, so let me get her the Louis. She's going to love this shit. I bring her the Louis. This is nice and all, but that's not what I asked for. I asked for Marc Jacobs.
Yeah. I wanted Marc Jacobs.
I wanted Marc Jacobs. That's the one I told you I wanted.
Yeah.
But instead of listening to that, I go with my own thought of getting her what I think she's going to like, or if she's going to like this better.
I know her better, so she'll like this better.
Once I figured that out, I was just like, dog.
Bro.
What is going on? What the fuck? I was just like, yo. And then magic happened. Yeah. Total 180.
Mm-hmm. Things start to fall into place.
Man, listen, nobody can tell me something about Rudy that I don't already know or I didn't already learn. Because once I started to listen, all I had to do was just listen. That's all I had to do. Once I figured that out, and I figured her the way that she is and how she, you know, operates and everything like that, things were just amazing after that. And then at that point I was like, yeah, I'm going to put a ring on it now. I'm going to put a ring on it now because she taught me so much. Again, that way that she had with exposing things out of me that I needed to deal with, that I needed to see, that I needed to heal from, made me super strong. I have a lot of strength now, and that's emotional strength, that's mental strength, not just physical strength. I was already taking care of that. You know what I'm saying?
Put that under wraps.
But mental and the emotional strength that I gained while being with Rudy is unmatched. The spirituality, my relationship with our Heavenly Father is, I've never been that close in my spirituality ever before. And just her being just a great freaking woman, man. Like, my goodness. What she brings to the table for Genevieve is, there's nothing that I can bring her in this world to repay her. Genevieve loves her. She loves Genevieve. She gave me Jaden. You get what I'm saying? I gave her Genevieve. And we're totally fine with our dynamic.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Family.
I got a son. You got a daughter that you didn't have before. Like, let's do this shit. This is like perfect.
Perfect.
Perfection. You get what I'm saying? But we had to go through that. Yeah. We had to go through all of that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And during that time, I found out something that I don't need anything else from anybody because I already got it right here. I have everything I want. I got a beautiful fucking woman. I got a down-to-earth woman. I got a supportive woman. She fucking bought me my LLC. I just want to say that again. Okay? She bought me my LLC. All right?
Ladies, if you're thinking of a good, or fellas, anybody, if you have somebody you're thinking of a good gift for your person, an LLC is a great gift.
All right, so she got me my LLC. I got a tax ID now. I'm over here with a business card and whatnot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on. And then, I took care of so much stuff that was holding me back because I was so motivated by her. You get what I'm saying? Not that she was doing anything special. It's just what she was bringing to the table. Yes. You get what I'm saying? Yes. I was like, no, I can't not have a license right now. Shit. I need to have that. What? It costs like I got to pay the 2 bands. Yeah. I can't not have a car. Okay, let's get this fucking car then. I can't be still working out of my mom's house. Let's get this fucking studio. Like, what? Like, yo, dog. Like, yo, let me tell you, Rudy, I love her with everything in me. I'm speechless when it comes to her. No bullshit. I think she was definitely tailor-made for me, and vice versa for me for her.
Marlyn, you cannot be crying on these good people's internet
come
tonight.
on, listen.
Because they're like, what?
She's the best. I wish there was more words that I can muster right now. Yeah. And I'm literally freestyling. You get what I'm saying? She's everything to me. Without Rudy in these past 6 years of my life, or however many it's been, again, I don't think I would be where I am right now. I really don't think so, because again, I was just being me, flaws and all, so many flaws. I still got flaws. You get what I'm saying? But those flaws that needed to be corrected in order to become the man to finally cross that threshold, she provided that for me.
And now she allows you to see those flaws. We're not just, all right, this is there, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep running. Keep running. Mm-hmm. She's like, oh, no, baby, you can slow down. We're gonna take a look at this one.
We're gonna take a look at this one.
And then that one too.
Yep.
And then 100%. Maybe this one.
Mm-hmm. No, not maybe. You're gonna look at the shit. But yo, if you meet her, that's who she is. She's like, hey,
let's do this. Like,
hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I mean? And it's just a bonus that we're both Haitian. That just, I think that was big for her because, having cultural differences, her not having to tell me, oh, go say hi to this person or whatever this case may be. I already know what's up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Hello.
And I'm very good with the Gamuns, the old Haitian people. I can hang. You know what I'm saying? I can carry a conversation. I damn near sound like I was born in Haiti anyway. So when I speak Creole and whatnot, so they love me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's easy. Don't worry about that.
I got this.
I was like, I got this.
I got this, bro.
This is cool. Oh, and then my family. Okay. My family, when it comes to Rudy, was huge too. The dynamic that my brothers have with her, my mom, my dad who never had an opportunity to have a daughter, calling Rudy his daughter. That was crazy to me. And then she's great to everybody. You get what I'm saying? Anybody who knows Rudy, who knows exactly who she is, who knows her in and out, will tell you the same thing, that is one of the best people on this earth. For real. As a friend, as a wife, as a daughter, her love for her family is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big on family too, but her love for her family is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I dare you to say anything about any one of them motherfuckers, and that'll be your end.
Your last day.
That is your last day. Might be your last breath. I feel like she'll rip your throat out for sure. But that just goes to show you how hard she goes for people who is important to her. And who would I be to not be able to give that back to her? You know what I'm saying? Everything that I do, she's right there with me, 100%. And my message for people, when it comes to finding a significant other, he or she is out there. Take your time, and it's okay to have flaws, right? And the reason why I say that is because when you meet that right person, whatever growth that you have left to do, you'll be able to complete it at that point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she was the finishing touches. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. She was the one that sealed the deal when it came to Marlyn actually becoming Fuego. Like, I feel more Fuego than ever. Ever before. Oh my goodness.
I feel like you're just getting notched up. Genevieve,
notched up.
And then Rudy.
I'm on fire.
Like, it's just now we're just
fire.
Super Saiyan.
I'm Super Saiyan. Okay? Super Saiyan. Yes. And it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Yes. It's only up from here.
I think that is a beautiful place to wrap up. But I still have one last question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, because you're gonna have to really think. Now you're gonna have to, because we talked about so many things.
Sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I started this podcast because I want people to learn. I want people to learn about themselves, about other people, about what they can do, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So my final question to all of my guests is, what is one thing that you wish more people knew about anything?
I wish people knew. I wish people knew more about listening to themselves. So the reason why I say that is because this is from personal experience. I let a lot of external factors become part of my story, and they affected my progress. They affected my process and everything like that. I said something like this before, but it still stands with me. Like, listening to yourself is super important. Listening to what you need from maybe a significant other, what you need from yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because it ultimately, the decision ultimately lies with you, no matter what. You get what I'm saying? You can seek guidance from other sources, from other people or whatever like that, but those people don't know the true you. You get what I'm saying? So I wish people knew. I wish people were more themselves, not only just listening to us, but just more yourself. Like, there's so many trends, there's so many things going on out there that people want to be involved in, there's no problem with that. But what do you want?
Right.
Do you want this just because it's hot right now? Do you want this just because, you know, your peers have it or something like that? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wanted to be many things, but I had to listen to myself. What's sticking right now? What is allowing me to accomplish so many great things? What's building me right now? Being Fuego Clipz, barbering, all that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's something that helped me a lot. I started to listen to myself. You know what I'm saying? Again, no shade, Mom. I don't want to hear about this later. But, you know, just giving that example.
Absolutely.
You know, with being a barber.
Absolutely. And everyone encounters people 100%. That can make them think like, oh, exactly. Maybe this isn't bad.
Second guess yourself.
Absolutely.
Don't second guess yourself. Sometimes that thought is it.
Yes. And sometimes it's just, you have to run with it.
You just got to run with it. You just got to be patient. You got to be patient with yourself. I think I was in a rush to become what I am today, right? I wanted to be this 10 years ago, but that just wasn't my time, and I have to listen to that. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you need a journey in order to get to
You need a journey. The slow grind is always, Nipsey Hussle said it best, man. It's a marathon. It is a marathon. You get what I'm saying? And just listen to it. Bit by bit, your story is going to complete itself.
That's beautiful. Yes. On that note, we're going to end. Thank you so much for watching if you watched. Thanks so much for listening if you listened. Marlyn.
Thank you for having me.
I can't thank you enough.
This was amazing. I love having time to speak on platforms like this. So
you'll be back. Don't worry.
I will be back. 100%. 100%.
Yes.
You're going to see me again over here. All right.
As always, Through With This Wash of Tea can be caught every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on all streaming platforms, as well as YouTube. And yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you all. Peace.